search for Huru, and I have two special guests with us. Now, you guys know Brother Fitzgerald, my brother, my business partner. I just the list goes on. He's on with us every day. Me and him, we roll tight. But we have a special guest on with us, the legend, Mister. I mean, you are. Hey, you earned it. You are the legend. Shoot, Hall of Famer, Mr. Michael Dalcoe was on with us today, and today's topic is because I was thinking, you have all these real estate gurus and IT gurus, and you have all these Amazon drop shipping gurus. They're always on the internet. They're always getting praised. But one thing that's funny is just that's weird. It was odd to me. And guys, before we get started, make sure you like and subscribe. Hit that like button and please subscribe. But one thing that stuck out to me was why aren't these successful millionaire network marketers, why aren't they praised like if you were like the people who make not even millions, the people who might make a couple 100,000 flipping houses? And I just thought that was very odd. So I wanted to bring Mr. Dalcoe on because he is by far one of the most successful network marketers on the planet. I mean, let's just be honest. So, Brother Stephens, Brother Dalcoe, thank you so much for joining us today.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Dynas, I'm having a little trouble hearing you volume wise.
Okay. Is that
much better?
Is that better? Okay. All right. Sorry about that. Let's do a test. Is that better?
Yeah. Well, good evening, everyone. What I'm going to do is introduce this man again, because without this man, literally, and I'm saying this in all humility, none of you guys would be here. This was the same Michael Dalcoe, not only a sponsor, a personal friend of 23 years, personally. We go back. Not one of them guys who that's my friend. No, that's really my friend. This was a guy that made the call to me when I hear when I tell you guys January 14th, 2015, 7:30, 916 Delaware Avenue, Buffalo, New York, 17 degrees. This was the guy that called me. Hey, Fitzgerald, I found the business. I got this business deal with gold. He used the approach to me like that because I'm a friend of his. He didn't have to explain a lot. Hey, I got a business deal with gold. It's free to join. I said, business gold? Michael, sign me up. You know that link I be telling you guys about with Dynas? I didn't even fill a long link out. I never did. He did it. It took him about 5 minutes, and the rest is history. So so 11,004 affiliates later, as of this morning, Michael told me not to talk to him no more till he got 100,000. So I really thought call him at 10,000. So he told me, he said this, I'll tell you what Ty Best told me. Don't call me till you get 100,000. So he was talking to me. So I told him no more. And that's how that happened. This man, although we're contemporaries, but in this organization of Karatbars, he is by far my superior. And I say that the absolute truth. I didn't go in there and say, Michael, we both used to be Bible teachers at the same church. Michael, we both used to, man, I'm 3 days older than you. Man, I've been knowing you all your life. I knew you was brokered in the church mouse. I didn't say that. I said, Michael, show me what to do, simply because he had the results that I was looking for even back then. And the final thing, what I want to say, you remember I said the mortgage banker walked away from a 6-figure mortgage banking job and somewhere in the Southeast, managing 2 businesses in 103 days. That's that man. So please listen to him. I'm going to stop talking. So I too want to learn from this man. And Michael, for what you did for me, January 14th, 2015, 7:30, Buffalo, New York, 17 degrees that night when you called me in my living room. Thank you. You have changed the trajectory of my life. You put me on the road to freedom, man. And thank God I said yes to you. But I really didn't join Karatbars because of Karatbars really much. I did it because of you. Because I knew you would not lead me into the den of rattlesnakes.
Hey, Fitzgerald, same thing with you. I joined because of you.
Yeah, I didn't need to research it. I didn't need to say, send me the white paper. We only have the 1 gram card. I didn't need to say, Michael, what you doing? Is it real? I knew Michael Dalcoe would not lead me into a den of rattlesnakes. So just because I looked at the company later, but I did it for him, and I said yes to him, not realize I was actually saying yes to my future. Thank you, Michael.
Fitzgerald, can I interject? And the same thing with me. When Fitzgerald called me, I didn't say, well, Fitzgerald, let me research it. Let me check this out. I just said, all right, Fitzgerald, put in my information, bought my bronze package, and I just sat on it for 4 years.
But you ain't sitting now.
No, not sitting now. So, Mr. Dalcoe, the floor is yours.
Well, I was trying to write down a couple of notes. So two very first things. Dynast Amir, you just in beast mode. It's so funny in a good way to be in an organization and someone joins your team. I would not have known Mr. Dynast Amir without my good friend and brother, literally, Fitzgerald Stephens, because he sponsored Dynast, and that's how we met. And so I'm honored to be on your stream. The work that you're doing, transcontinental, transatlantic work you're doing with your home country and back here in the States and bridging that gap between the African continent and us here in the United States is nothing short of extraordinary. I'm watching you. It's humbling to watch you bridge that gap and bring those peoples together. So thank you for inviting me on. I said yes at a moment's notice. I actually forgot what day it was going to be. We worked so much until days just run together. And we might talk about that sometime in this conversation too. And then Fitzgerald, when I'm telling you, this is truly a brother. I was picking at him the other day. He called me and I said, guess what I'm doing? He said, what? I said, I'm eating ices, Freezy Pops. Fitzgerald Stephens is a Freeze Pop eating champion of the earth. I was over his house one day, and he had a case of Freeze Pop sitting on the coffee table. And we were sitting on the floor, man. He was eating one. He just throw the plastic little wrapper on the floor. It was a stack of wrappers on the floor, man. He's just tearing up some Freeze Pop. You still got that Freeze Pop addiction, Fitzgerald?
No, sir. I had to cut down on the sugar. that was 20 years ago. I had to leave that alone.
You remember that, though, don't you?
Yeah. I left a lot of stuff. We're not kids anymore, Michael.
We've come a long way together.
Yes, we have.
I wanted to bring that story up because that's more important than everything else I'm about to tell you. Diana sort of tipped my hand on the first thing about network marketing that causes people not to celebrate top-level network marketers like they celebrate top-level doctors or top-level. What are some of those other venues or genres you talked about, Diana?
Real estate, Amazon, actually athletes. I mean, if you're a football player and you get into the semi-pros, they celebrate you.
Yeah.
Not in the NFL, but for some reason with the network marketers, they're just not celebrated. I just find that odd because I see a lot of people making a lot of money in this industry, but it just has for some reason it's a pyramid scheme, just a negative connotation with it. And it's just like, no, I mean, this business has been here for years and it's not going anywhere. So you might as well just come aboard.
Yeah. So one of the things that causes it, I think, is not so nefarious. And it is, and you said it when you first started. Fitzgerald said it first. He said, when Michael told me about this business, I didn't even ask to see a video. I know this man. If he's doing it, I want to do it. I signed up. And then you said, same with you, Fitzgerald. I knew you. I signed up. So here's 3 generations of a team who all signed up for the same reason, familiarity. The strength of it, the strong side of that sword, the sharp side, the front side that's sweeping across is we joined out of familiarity. So let's take it to a 4th degree. I signed up pretty much for 2 reasons. 1, I wanted gold. And 2, Mr. Nate Hines is a longtime friend of mine. And I knew that if he was doing it, I didn't have to question it. I highly respect his acumen and his business sense and savvy. And so I didn't want to do it, but he said, Mike is gold. And I said, okay, then I got to take a look. And I took a look and signed up. What drew me to it wasn't the company. Karatbars is awesome, but that's not what drew me to it. Nate Hines, my sponsor, whom I had a tight business relationship with, drew me to it. So that's 4 generations. And guess what? He went and found his sponsor that he knew from 20 years back when he had first gotten in the network marketing industry, Mr. Ty Best. So again, That's stacking onto it. Relationship. And Mr. Ty Best was sponsored by a gentleman named Jim Morris, who they were brothers they shared scriptures together, and they would share Christian music together and keep each other spiritually uplifted. He signed up Ty Best. And Jim Morris was sponsored by Dr. Dennis Steigerwald, whom he had a relationship with. It's a relationship business from top to bottom. Typically, people join with people they know, trust, and respect. So that's the strong side of it. That's why it grows so fast. But the backswing of it, this is going to hurt you guys, is familiarity. Familiarity breeds, in a non-contentious way, contempt. Because you know the person, you don't take it as serious. Now watch this. I even did it to Fitzgerald. Because I know my brother, I didn't put the same level of pressure on him that I do with strangers who sign up with me off of a Facebook post. They sign up with me off a Facebook post, they're strangers. I'm really strict with them because I don't have that pain aversion. I'm not afraid to apply the necessary pain and discipline to them to make them be successful. But with my brother, I don't want to be too hard on my brother. We're familiar with each other. I don't want to be domineering. I don't want to act like the boss because that's my brother. We're equals. We grew up together, teaching Bible study in church together. We've eaten at the same dinner table, sat on the floor and broke bread together and freeze pops. Right? We've cried together over challenges we've had in our lives. So because of that familiarity, I didn't feel super comfortable saying, Fitzgerald, do this and do that and do this, and don't call me back till you get it done. That familiarity wouldn't let me apply that same pressure on him that I even would on you, Dynast. I was more strict with you than I was Fitzgerald because that familiarity restrained my real business savvy. And so that's a serious gold nugget. When you're sponsoring your family, don't treat them like your family. When you're sponsoring your friends, don't treat them like your friends. Treat them like business partners and apply the same level of discipline and follow the same map and system with them as you would with a total stranger. You assume your friends are going to follow you in lockstep, and they won't. Why would they? They don't know what you're doing. I made these friendship assumptions with Fitzgerald, and which caused him to not really have the full training mechanism in place that he needed to have to maximize his success. And then it took us years, it seemed like, where Fitzgerald finally said, Michael, what am I doing wrong? And even then, I would go, well, bro, I mean, you're doing fine. I'm still trying to be a brother instead of a business partner. I'm like, man, you're doing fine. Maybe you could just, maybe think about I'm still trying to parse it in a nice way so that I don't offend my brother. Wrong. Totally wrong. I was supposed to say, Fitzgerald, you're not doing enough 3 ways. Bro, you slacking. You need to bring it. You're not bringing it. See, I didn't feel comfortable having that real dire, hard level of conversation with him because of the familiarity. Now, then it turns around. Because I'm being soft and taking it easy with him, then he doesn't have the same impetus to elevate me and edify me and celebrate me. Even though he does, it's not the same as strangers who don't know you. Watch this, guys. Watch this. We celebrate celebrities partly because we don't know them. Barack Obama said, did I get that? You want to say something like that?
Me and Fitzgerald have had this conversation offline in regards to the closest people to me don't appreciate or respect what I do as much as the people that, and me and Fitzgerald had a long conversation about that.
Barack Obama said, it's very humbling to have a family, especially a wife and 2 daughters. He said, because I'm the president of the United States. And then when I come in the house, Michelle is like, Barack, go over there and move those clothes off the chair. That humbles you. You're the president of the United States of America, the leader of the free world. And then your wife says, get your socks off the dresser. And your daughters, to them, you just dad. You're not President Barack Obama, 44th president of the United States. You just dad. And for Michelle, you just boo, babe. You're not President Obama. And so that familiarity is not intentionally disrespectful. It's just familiarity that just brings it down where you're not overly celebrated. That's all it is. Now, that's the non-nefarious part of why successful networkers aren't celebrated. But
Mike,
hey,
may I interject this in real quick
please,
and breaking protocol by interrupting the train of thought? Something just came to me. And correct me if I'm wrong. Michael knew my ability. He knew, we seriously think alike, a lot of that. I mean, uncanny. I used to be able to, still can't pick up this man's spirit to see if he's in trouble. And I would call him and pray for him. I mean, he's been doing that for years. Have that ability. He could do it with me. But he knew the type of drive and the personality. He said, well, Fitzgerald to improvise to figure it out. What he didn't know, I knew nothing about this. So he knew I always could get out of the situation. And I knew always get out. Now, and the second thing is, I don't know why he didn't think I would listen to him. Maybe he had got that pushback, from other people. But I was like, Michael, man, hey, I want to know what you do. We had a similar friend of ours about 23 years, Sherry Brown, who he thought the same thing. We all went to the same ministry. But just because your friend is very, very savvy in other areas, he still needs to be taught that system that I took, say, with wealth builders. I simply didn't know. And I was going through a lot of things off of strength of my will. I was moving without knowledge. Now, I could have plugged in the system, but I didn't know about the system. So I was doing everything all on my own and stuff. And so that really hindered me until and guess what? He thought he was cool. I thought I was cool because Michael's like, Fitzgerald will figure it out. And I'm like, I could get out of this. Let me do it. Finally, man, I'm boggled down, and I hear a video by Sherry Brown talk about the system. I call Michael, what do I need to do? That was a year. I was in the business a year, and so you got to start people off right. Thank you. Say that, Michael.
And real quick, guys, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe. Also, my affiliate link is in the chat room. Sign up as an affiliate. It's also on the screen. Will be in the description. I will give you a call as soon as you sign up, and we'll get you guys up and running. Also, too, on the thumbnail, that is my sales book, Sales Motivation 101, Get Off Your Ass and Cold Call. That is my sales book. It's available on Amazon in print. So go to Amazon.com. Just put in Dynasty Mirror. My books will come up, and my sales book will come up. So go ahead and purchase that. All right, go ahead.
I love this. I love this conversation. This is so vital. So, and I saw somebody chat, don't mix politics. Forgive me for offending you. I was not bringing up the president's name to bring up politics, simply to make a point. So I could have brought up anyone, any person of esteem, Jay-Z and Beyonce. Then maybe you'll say don't bring up music. So I don't know. Politics and religion really should not be hot buttons. One of the things I love about network marketing is it makes you get rid of your proclivities and predispositions and prejudices, because you can't build a global business worried about people's politics, religions, ethnicities, races, colors, creeds, sexual orientations. You learn to grow past all that stuff. Politics is no longer an issue or a hot button for you. Religion no longer is a hot button. Everybody's entitled to their political leanings, religious leanings, sexual orientation leanings. Nothing offends you to become a top-level network marketer. You guys hang around me long enough. You're going to really, you're going to either be impressed or pissed. You're going to pick one. I'm going to blow you in or blow you out, because to be a successful network marketer, you got to lose all the stuff that's limited you up to this point. Life, the regular society, they pit us against each other. They pick different ways to pit us against each other. They put you in different cubicles. They have one top employee of the month parking space. What the hell is that? Right? Just think about it. They try their best to make us compete with one another instead of cooperation. It's always competition instead of cooperation. What is cooperation? Well, we cooperate with each other for the greater good of us all. A rising tide lifts all boats. So I get super fired up when I frustrate people. If I make a statement, I may say something about religion. I go hard on politicians. I go hard on pastors. I'm an equal opportunity basher. right? Because we've been too conformed to a societal view of what people should be like, rather than being open to accept all peoples for who they are. That was for free. You guys don't have to send any donation for that. That was for free. As you matriculate into the network marketing industry, you're going to lose your prejudices. You're going to lose your sensitivities, because you're going to realize that it's more important to help people build a legacy for their families than hold on to what you've so strongly and entrenched believed in all these years, because you're going to find out none of it served you well. Hey, I will bash all the presidents. Not one of them has taken us back to the gold standard. Not one of them has ended the Federal Reserve. Not one of them has ended the unconstitutional IRS. So, I mean, pick your president. Type their name in the chat room. I'll bash them for you, because they all shook hands with the CEO of the Federal Reserve, the chairman of the Federal Reserve. They all installed a chairman, every last one of them. From my whole lifetime, my earliest president I remember was Carter. He did it. Ford did it. Nixon did it. Reagan did it. Poppy Bush did it. Clinton did it. Baby Bush did it. Obama did it. Trump did it. They're all equal. They're presidents. If you're an emperor, you rule an empire. If you're a king, you rule a kingdom. If you're a president, you rule a corporation. Next.
I'm just absorbing it. I just keep going. I mean, it's
all right. So let me get back on topic. I probably shouldn't read chat rooms, because I don't like to ignore people. I like people to bring their point of view so that I can help correct some misappropriated thought, because misappropriated thought is what stops people from building a tremendous network marketing opportunity. So back to Dinah's original point of why aren't network marketers celebrated, successful network marketers celebrated like other genres and other industries? Well, here's another reason. All right, let's see. Okay, we'll talk about that. So here's another reason. It's because almost anyone can do it. Look, if I were 6'8", 240 pounds like LeBron James, of course you're gonna celebrate me, because I have a natural gifting that you can't learn. I can't learn how to be 6'8". I can study 6'8" all day, all night for the rest of my life, and I will never be 6'8". Mm-hmm. So we celebrate him for his God-given attributes, right? Beyonce, the way she sings, her vocal cords, she was given those vocal cords. It's a gift from God. We celebrate people with these physicalities, and everybody can't do it. But in network marketing, anybody with a desire and a willingness to be coached and to develop can do this. So it's not all that extraordinary that it's done. It doesn't seem celebratory. Like, all we think about what we can I share something on my screen?
Michael, this is your show. You know what? You go ahead and try. If not, you might have to email it to me, but go ahead and try.
All right, I'm gonna try to. Let me see if I can share this. If it doesn't, I can just talk you through it. It's
okay.
That simple.
Okay.
All right, let's see. Yeah, it looks like it's going to share Dinah's.
Okay, go ahead.
Right. Let me know if you're seeing my screen.
Yeah, I see it right here.
All right. Okay, perfect. Look at that. Okay, so the first thing is it starts with you. All right, all network marketing businesses work this way. It starts with you, and they all have something in common. Oh man, I almost need to say this before. Oh, I will. I'll say this before I get into this picture, because this makes sense. Network marketing has a stigma. It has a negative stigma. So what keeps some people from celebrating top achievers in network marketing is that the stigma won't let them celebrate it. They're too busy hating it. They hate the industry. They hate the stigma. They hate what it stands for, because they don't understand it. And very often people are critical of things they don't understand. If you truly understood network marketing, you and everyone you know would be in it, because we already innately do it. Every single human being on the planet is already a network marketer. You just don't know it, and you don't get paid for it. But we've all done it. How many of us have gone to a movie and enjoyed the movie so much you ran back and told all your friends, oh my God, you got to go see Mission Impossible 2. Man, you need to go see Color Purple. Man, The Passion of the Christ was amazing. And your friends go watch the movie. Did the movie cut you off a little commission? No, they didn't. But you network marketed that movie. You marketed by word of mouth networking a product, good, or a service. We've all done it. You go to a restaurant. One of my favorites, my wife and I love to go to Houston's and have the Hawaiian steak and that salad, Caesar salad. Amazing. And the corn. Man, it's amazing. Well, when you go to Houston's and you get that Hawaiian steak, medium well, and that baked potato fully loaded with the Caesar salad, and get you some cheese bread on the side, amazing meal. And you say, Mike and Monisha told me to come here and have this. They're going to be like, tell them we said thanks. But they're not going to pay us. We were network marketing without the commission. We've all done it. You buy a house and you had a good realtor and you refer people to your realtor for free. You go to church and you enjoy your church. You invite people to your church for free. You go to a college and you want your friends to come to that college. You invite them to come visit the campus for free. We network market all the time. You need to go to see the Hawks play. They are awesome. And we network market the Hawks game. And yet we don't get paid. You go and shop. And somebody says, where you get that nice shirt from, Fitzgerald? Oh, man, I got that down in Neiman Marcus. You just network marketed.
Fitzgerald, you shop at Neiman Marcus, Fitzgerald?
You just didn't get paid.
More like Ross.
You didn't get paid. So network marketing is finding a product, good, or service, sharing it with people in your sphere of influence, and getting paid for the referral. The only problem that most people have is getting paid for the referral because you refer people anyway. So since you referred people anyway, the only problem you can have with network marketing is getting paid for your referrals. I have a problem with you not getting paid for your referrals. Why would you do that? This is a capitalistic world. We get paid for our knowledge. If you know something and you share it, you should get paid. Is anybody with me? You should get paid. So how does network marketing work? We pick a product, good, or service that we believe in, and we share it. So it doesn't matter what that product, good, or service is. It could be, cosmetics. It could be utilities. It could be Forex trading signals, cryptocurrency. It could be nutritionals or travel. Doesn't matter. You use the product because you believe in the product. And because you believe in it, you share it with others, which you're doing already. We're already doing this part of it. This is the part we already do. I was asking my friend Jason Pompey. He took this nutritional for men, and he really enjoyed it. Gave him a big energy boost. He said, Mike, when I got over 50, man, I just found myself being super tired. And I started using this enzyme for men called MACA, M-A-C-A. Well, now all the brothers going to run out and grab it. I know you are because you trust me, right? But I'm not going to get paid for it. So what you see on the screen, all of us already do. You travel to Jamaica, stay at a resort. Say, Fitzgerald, you got to go stay at El Elegance in Dominican Republic or in Jamaica. And he says, okay. And he goes, he loves it. He tells Dinance, he goes, he loves it. None of us get paid for it unless you're a travel agent. Travel agents look just like this. So it starts with you. You like a product, good, or service. You share it with others. Okay, he says, I understand what you're saying. I just disagree. Well, great. You disagree. So keep referring people for free. It's fine. So you refer other people. They use the product, good, or service. And what we were doing all the time anyway, network marketing companies, instead of using NBC, ABC, CBS, PBS television networks, rather than using radio station network, rather than using print media and billboard advertising networks, they're all networks. Rather than the company paying those networks, they pay the number one most effective form of advertising, word of mouth networks. How do y'all think TV stations get paid? You get to watch the TV station for free. How do you think they get paid? They get paid by the advertisers who pay them to advertise their product, good, or service through that network. Well, we are network marketers. We have a network called Word of Mouth. And when we share information word of mouth, the company pays us a commission. That's the only difference. If you don't have a problem getting paid for your referrals, you're going to love network marketing because you're already good at it. And then it goes a step further. We teach the people we shared it with to do the same, and they duplicate that system, and we keep getting paid through multiple generations of referrals. Madam C.J. Walker was one of the first recorded Black female billionaires because she not only sold hair products, she paid people to refer other people through 3 generations of referrals.
Mike, if I
multi-level marketing.
Mike, if I can interject, she
Please.
was the first female millionaire, period, in America.
Period.
Yeah.
Period. Thank you, Dinez.
Mm-hmm.
You know your history. Okay. And so what makes Karatbars so vastly different is that all these products are excellent, but they don't appreciate in value. Karatbars is exactly the same. It starts with you. You save gold because gold is going up and the dollar is going down. That's all you need to know. Don't need to get all deep in financial education, Robert Kiyosaki 101. Gold is going up, the dollar is going down. Which one of those mediums are you going to save in? Period. And then you tell other people, you get paid, and you teach them to duplicate. It's the exact same thing, except our product is an asset which grows your wealth with or without a team. Okay, he said, Testo says, MLM is a scam, get a job. Okay, well, I guess you're free to get off the stream now, since this is obviously not for you. But MLM is the #1 highest grossing business model in the world. It's such a scam till if you've ever gone to an Orlando Magic basketball game, it's owned by Rich DeVos, who is the owner of Amway Corporation, whose daughter is his daughter-in-law is the Secretary of Education for the Donald Trump administration, and he is one of the highest donors of Republican political campaigns ever. So that scam that you think is a scam, hey, millions of people say otherwise. You know, we're all entitled to our own opinion, but we're absolutely not entitled to our own facts. Go to irs.gov. I think you will think that that's fairly legitimate as a website. It's owned by the government, and type in network marketing and see, don't they have an entire tax code dedicated to that scam? You'll wake up one day, you'll grow past it. I'm not mad at you. I just hate that you don't understand the blatant lack of education you have as it relates to one of the most phenomenal business models this world has ever seen. It's phenomenal. It is the last bastion of the free enterprise system. So he literally proved my point. Whoever that was that said it's a scam, the reason why they can't celebrate us Dinez is because the stigma says it's a scam. I used to defend it. I don't anymore. I give them the facts, and I look for the people who are big dreamers. I look for the dreamers because the dreamers aren't worried about who's calling it a scam. The dreamers don't worry about who thinks it's not legitimate. They're just looking for other dreamers. And that's another reason. He literally just proved my point. The reason why we can't be celebrated is because people are running around calling this age-old business model a scam. When they go to work, listen to this. This was so amazing. They go to work. I hope that person doesn't have a job because they go to work every day and they trade 40 hours of their lives for a paper certificate backed by absolutely freaking nothing. As a matter of fact, it is backed by something. It's backed by war. It's backed by our military. And so their children go and fight on battlefields for that piece of paper that's backed by nothing. See, you're talking about a scam. The Federal Reserve Bank, all right? The U.S. Federal Reserve Bank. It's not U.S. It's not federal. It's no more federal than Federal Express. It's not a bank, and it has no reserves. It prints paper money out of thin air that you go and trade your 40 hours a week for. You trade your blood, sweat, and tears for it, and you get paid in it, and it has no real value, right? It has no value, and yet you run down the highway 8 hours a day, 5 days and 6 days a week to take that little piece of paper that runs your life, and it has no real value. It's just a medium of exchange. It is a currency. It's not money. Money must hold your wealth. And I'm going to say this last thing on that for that gentleman right there, okay? All right, I will, but this is good education. So I don't ignore it. I educate it, and I educate them until they just drop off the stream, because they give me the fire to present this to the people who are getting that same ridiculous negative feedback when you're just trying to go out and help people get out of the rat race. Because you know what the rat race is? If you had 100,000 US paper dollars in 1971, today it has the buying power of $16,000. In other words, it would take you $16,000 in 1971 to buy. Today, it takes you $100,000 to buy what $16,000 would buy you in 1971. Had you put the $100,000 in gold, today it has the buying power of $4.5 million. So had you called this a scam in 1971, I'd have $4.5 million. You'd have $16,000. I'm praying for you. I hope people's eyes can come open. I literally am so adamant about this industry because it has changed countless millions of people's lives around the world, freed them from the current system of debt. And so that's another reason why people aren't celebrated, Dinez. That was a long answer.
Yeah, guys, make sure you my affiliate link is in the chat room. Click on the affiliate link, sign up as an affiliate. Affiliate is also on the screen, and it will also be in the description. Again, sign up as an affiliate, and we will perfectly call you and get you up and running. Also, too, on the thumbnail, that's my sales book, Sales Motivation 101, Get Off Your Ass and Cold Call, is available in print on Amazon.com. Just go to Amazon, search Dynasty Mirror. My books will come up. Buy the book, because I get a lot of calls. Well, here we go, Michael. Here's a great question. Well, I don't know anybody. I'm not a salesperson. I'm not a people person. Do I have to build a team to make money? Those are some of the I would say objections / stalling tactics that we get. You want to?
Those are all legitimate. I love all those points. So let's take them one by one. Don't let me forget any, Dynast. Okay, I'm not a salesperson.
Right.
Okay, I could argue with that a little bit. We're all salespeople, especially if we've been in a relationship. We had to sell ourselves. We had to put our best foot forward and sell ourselves to that person that we had some affinity for, right? So even if we're bad salespeople, we're still salespeople because we're always selling ourselves to get the attention of someone we have admiration for. If we've ever applied for a job, we were selling our attributes, our resume to that potential employer. So we're salespeople in that regard. We are literally salespeople. We know how to put on a facade in order to put our best foot forward, don't we? Yes or yes. We all do, right? We don't typically, when you first meet a person, you're not really meeting them. You're meeting their representative. You're meeting their salesperson. All right. There's a salesman, Mike Dalcoe, and there's a real Mike Dalcoe. My wife, she knows the real me. She knows the me that gets frustrated. And when I'm under pressure, she knows that one. But the world doesn't know that one. They know the salesperson, Mike Dalcoe. Truly, we have two people. Nothing wrong with that at all. But for those of you who argue with that we're not really salespeople, that's why you need to be in Karatbars, because there's nothing to sell. Right? We have no product to sell. We're a savings network. If you're in travel, any other business, you have to sell them on the product, and they have to purchase the product every month. In Karatbars, there's nothing to sell. Okay? There's nothing to sell. So in this business, you're just saving for a living, which brings up the second point. In Karatbars International, if you're not able to build a team, as long as you're acquiring the product, 24 karat, pure gold, that's a 5 gram bar. When I got that 5 gram bar in 2011, an ounce of gold was $11.05. So that's commensurate with that 5 gram bar. In 2011, an ounce was 11.05. What's gold today?
It's about 17, a little over
7. So the value of this went up without my effort. Whether I had a team or not, this God's metal went up in value. Okay, I hope y'all get that. What makes Karatbars infinitely superior to every other business I've ever done? I was in a business where we had this healthy beverage. It was a juice. I derived a lot of very significant health benefits from it. I enjoyed it. It didn't taste that great, but I liked the health benefits and the energy I derived from the juice. However, I would have to buy a case of juice every month. I would drink one bottle and sell the other 3. If I didn't sell them, I had to store them. And if I stored them within about 3 or 6 months, they went rancid.
Right.
It was not an appreciating asset. Every business I've ever been in was like that. I don't ever have to do anything with this, but hold it for my great-great-grandchildren. A good man leaves an inheritance for his children's children. Thank you, Pharaoh. 1724.25 per ounce. I got richer since last month. I think it was 15 something just 30 days ago. Why did this go up so high? Because the governments keep printing paper money backed by nothing, and gold has to absorb all the fiat currency in the world. It's tremendously undervalued right now. If you're not getting gold, you're completely trying your best to be broke. Like, you have to go out in public and hire people to help you misunderstand this. Save gold, which goes up in value, and get richer just holding the metal. Now, if you share that with a few people and they don't get it, who cares? It was free to join. That's why it's so laughable when people say, I'm trying to get over on people, because you can sign up for free with Dynast right now. Look, listen, I was literally thinking about this as my wife and I were getting lunch today. I said, I need to get on a Facebook Live and share this. This is so powerful. Step 1, save gold for yourself. You don't need anybody's permission to save gold for yourself. You're in 100% control of how much of this gold you save. There's no mandatory requirement. Save gold for myself. Okay. Why am I saving gold for myself? Because it went up to 1,700 from 1105 just 5 years ago. Of course I'm going to do that. This makes good sense. If that doesn't make sense to you, man, I'm praying for you tonight. You really, truly have to hire somebody to help you misunderstand that. Save gold for yourself. Okay, now I'm saving gold for myself. You mean to tell me I'm not going to tell Fitzgerald, one of my best friends in the world, I'm not going to tell him what I found out? Of course I am. Well, when I share with him, he's saving gold for himself. A company pays me a commission on my prepaid MasterCard. Wait, this is astounding. Guys, please pay attention to this. Please ignore anybody who is chatting derogatories. As a matter of fact, I was told today that a specific country is hiring contractors in different countries to chat in different people's chats, derogatory and racial slurs, to sow discord and division in this election year. Y'all keep that in mind as you see people act crazy in your chat rooms. Mm-hmm. I'll address some of it, but I needed to give you that tidbit of information that there are people intentionally being payrolled and bankrolled to negatively sow discord amongst races and divide people during this election year. Oh, they want to be divisive. But in Karatbars, you can't divide God's money. Look, gold is gold. If I chipped a piece off of it, it's still going to have the value of gold. If I melted it, the liquid is still valuable. If I pound it to powder, gold dust is still valuable by the weight. You can't divide God. It's indivisible. It's just like water. You freeze it, it's ice water. You melt it, it's liquid water. You boil it, it's steam water. It's still water. You can't divide it. It's indivisible. I save gold for myself. I hand this to my good friend Fitzgerald. He saves gold for himself. They pay me on a MasterCard. Wow, this is interesting. Do you think MasterCard can do some research? You think that's a pretty reputable company? MasterCard Corporation? Well, they're endorsing us and they're our payment partner. So I save gold for myself, earn commissions by referral with MasterCard. And then third, if I really want to ball out of control, I just get a business package. Look what I got in the mail today. Impulse K1 phone. This is the Army. This is the Army version. I haven't even opened it. I've got 4 of these. You say, why do you have so many? Because I basically got them for free. We were acquiring cryptocurrency linked to Gold Project, and the phone came with the crypto. Some people play the game. Some people watch the game. And then there's some people that don't even know the game is being played. And that was me. For 49 years of my life, I was completely bamboozled and unaware that the game was being played. And now here I am today. Somebody said one simple phrase to me. They said, gold is money. And let me address Theodore. Gold was over $1,900 an ounce in 2011. Absolutely, Theodore. And it's going back even higher. It was a kind of a bubble in 2011, but it showed the potential of gold and is going even higher. You would do well to get as much gold as possible right now. Yep, that was a 5 gram. That was a 5 gram bar, Bruce. That's a 5 gram bar right there. Okay, so if you want to really take advantage of it and do what Fitzgerald and myself and Dynas are doing, get a business package which speeds up your income, just like any other virtual franchise. Get a business package, and that's your virtual real estate. And now when you refer others, it opens up multiple additional streams of revenue. That's the whole business. So it's so simple that very often the simplicity makes people feel it's not celebratory worthy, Dynas.
Okay.
Real estate people, that's kind of hard. You got to get out there. You got to move and shake. You got to meet with realtors. You got to cut deals. You got to negotiate. You got to know the software. It's kind of a hard business.
Right.
I had several real estate properties. It's a lot of risk. In network marketing, the top package that we have is $5 grand. The worst you could do is lose $5 grand. And that comes with grams of gold. And it's tax deductible. So there's nothing to really celebrate. The thing that makes us celebrate each other is we got a heart of gold.
Right.
If we know how to appreciate humanity, then we're capable of celebration of other people.
Mike, I'm going to do something that I detest. You know, Dynas knows how much my face twists when someone plays the critic. I'm going to play the critic on knowledge, you know. So, you know, as a person who's been going on 6 years, so my critic is going to be absolutely right. Michael, is the gold real?
Absolutely, the gold is real.
Okay, Michael, does I heard Karatbars being investigated? I heard, matter of fact, they have this KBC coin. There was a cease and desist order. I can't tell you the country. That's what I heard, of course.
Yes, there was a cease and desist order in one state from a bogus claim. They were investigated, and as you can see, we're still in business. We overcame that claim. And just like any other businesses around the world, many businesses that do big business get investigated.
Michael, I'm looking on the website and it seems like your gold is higher than what the other people's are.
Oh man, I wish I had time to do a demonstration. So the truth of the matter is we have 2 gold products. One is called Classic Gold, which is a little over maybe 23% higher than the market, but it has a loyalty reward attached to it, and you're not under any obligation to acquire that gold. I personally do, because getting 1 gram of Classic Gold in my own account and building a referral network that does the same gave me 20 free grams of gold last month. So I'm plus 19. You can't beat free. They actually paid me 19 grams of gold for getting 1. You can't understand that right now. Come to another training with Dynas and Fitzgerald. They'll break down the loyalty reward. But the product that is equivalent to the London Fix is called Cash Gold, which is actually $2 or $3 lower than the market, and you can actually get it. Today, go on Silvertown or JM Bullion and try to get 1 gram of gold. Out of stock.
Out of stock.
Out of stock. Period. Karatbars can get their gold before other middlemen do, because we don't have a middleman, and we have our own production queue at Nadir. Karatbars logo is stamped inside the gold. You cannot get that to happen if you don't have legitimate gold dealership.
Michael, is this black owned, Spanish owned, Martian owned? Who owns the company? Shouldn't we be getting our own platform together to do something as a people?
Yeah, good luck with that. So it took Dr. Harold Constantine Zeitz 35 million euro of his own money to get the company started. So, I mean, if you got resources like that and you can do this, knock yourself out. You'll help a lot of people if you can start a Gold Savers network. I will be down for you at whatever ethnicity you are. But I talked about it earlier. Network marketing forces you to lose and grow past those tawdry little minute details of your ethnicity, your religion, your culture, your sexual orientation. Here's the truth. If you're dying and they bring a bag of your blood type and put it in your IV, you don't care who it came from. I've never seen a dying man say, wait, before you save my life, who is that blood coming from, please?
Mike, when I was in the hospital 2 or 3 weeks, like when I was in the hospital last month in March with Cowboy, trust me, I didn't care who the help was coming from.
Come on.
Michael, send me your financial statement so I can see how much money you really make it. I've had that. I've had that. I'll go ahead and ask him, man. I told him President of the United States don't send his financial returns. Who the heck are you to ask me something stupid like that? I was a little bit nicer with it.
Well, I've actually, look, little known fact, I've actually shared my financials with some people, which is against compliance. I shouldn't have done it. I got my wrist slapped for it, but I actually shared because somebody asked me that, and I thought they were asking me that in good faith. They said, honestly, bro, I just need to see that somebody's actually been successful in this business. He said, please just show me that you really, truly are making money. And I went month to month and broke it down, showed him the euro for about 8 months worth of commissions. And guess what?
He's in.
Still didn't join.
Okay.
He's still didn't join.
Let me interject. You see, the people that I got to research, let me see your financials, they never join. Or rarely do. Like rarely do.
In the final one, Michael, I hear you and everything. You and Fitzgerald, all of y'all VIPs, and I kind of get an idea. But you know what? I'm going to do my own thing. I'm going to run ads on Facebook ads. I'm going to put on a Craigslist, and I'm going to get out there and really, I really hear y'all, but I'm just going to do my own thing and grow my own business.
That's so good. You literally just asked the masterclass question of how to be successful here. That was so good. And I do want to address Theodore Williams' dynasty if we have time. He said, what drives gold prices? We want to talk about that. That's a good one. Okay, Fitzgerald, to understand that question the best is to understand franchising. The reason why franchising is so successful, my wife were over in Madrid, Spain for an event. And we went to a few restaurants and we were trying to find our palate over there. It was tough because it's authentic Spanish food. It's not like Taco Bell over here in the United States, right? It's authentic Spanish food. I mean, they season different. The seasonings grow in a different soil. Bay leaves taste different than bay leaves here. It was just different. And so the Spanish olives don't taste like Spanish olives in the grocery store. It was just completely different. So, it's like, I didn't like that taste. I didn't like that. And finally found somewhere you like, and you eat there a couple of days, you get tired of it. And then you go to another restaurant you really like, but it's super expensive. And you say, well, I don't want to spend $300 every time I want to eat dinner. And so then we looked across the hotel. We were in this beautiful boutique hotel there in Madrid, Spain. And we looked across the street and everything was closed except this one restaurant. The Golden Arches. And I know exactly what that Big Mac's going to taste like. And sure enough, I went over there and it tastes just like the Big Mac here in the United States. You know why? Because they have a franchise model. You buy the whole brand. You don't have to create your own brand. You buy the whole brand. You get the arches, you get the paper, the wrapping, the paper bags, you get the Coca-Cola, the syrup, the measurements. Look, no matter how good you cook, go get a job at McDonald's, and they say, yeah, big boy, I know you got a degree from Le Cordon Bleu. Hey, get your butt in there, lay that bun out, 1 squirt of ketchup, 1 squirt of mustard, 3 pickles, slap that burger on the grill. It'll go ding. You put it on the bun, put it up, wrap it, and slide it down the chute. Can you do that? Yes, sir. And it doesn't matter what your skill level is in cooking. That burger's going to taste exactly the same in Madrid, Spain, as it did when I was in Dubai. It's going to taste the same in Dubai as it did when I was in Cape Town, South Africa. It's a franchise system. So I try to encourage people, don't create your own system. Do what the people who've made millions of dollars on our team have done. What do? Do you look for ways to make more money? Yes. Great. Watch this video. Did you see the video? Yes. Did you see an opportunity for yourself? Yes. Let's get you started and put them on a 3-way call and let your upline answer their questions. Franchise. Franchise works because it's always the same.
Michael, you are charismatic. I've listened to Prince Amir. You know, he's charismatic, and Fitzgerald. You know, he comes in, he says some things. You guys just got the gift of God. You have some special talents that you didn't have to start from zero like the rest of us, and you know we had to go find out that you had someone anointed you and gave you this business right away. That's how you did it. So you had a leg up. You know, you already was special. You had some gift. So man, I don't know that. I don't know nobody. I don't know anything about business. Can you know what about me? But you're special. I could never do what you do.
I was so bad at networking till I didn't even call you.
I didn't let you forget that for a while. You know.
Oh, no. I was so bad at my job. I didn't even call one of my best friends in the whole world to go to Judy Jones's questions. Do you teach typical network marketing method to call your family and friends to build your Karatbars business? Judy, listen to this. That's such a great question to tie in with what Fitzgerald just said. Look, you found a business that is now paying you and setting you free financially. So don't let me tell my family, ooh, I wouldn't want my family to know that I found a way to stay home and make more money from home than I ever did at work. Ooh, I don't want to tell them. And for God's sake, don't let my friends find out that we found a way to make money easier than working their fingers to the bone. Of course you tell your family and friends. They should be the first people you tell. How could you dare find something you truly believe in? You know it's going to work. The product is gold, and you don't tell the closest people to you? Man, I heard this person say, you guys need to get over that old school technique of telling your family and friends. Old school. I found something I believe in. It's going to pay me handsomely, and I'm not going to tell my best friends. I'm not going to tell my brother and my sister, my mom and my dad, my cousins. Man, my whole family can be successful like this. Like, how dare me not tell them? That'd be super. No, I absolutely tell my close sphere of influence and give them the opportunity to get first rights of refusal. My family had to tell me no first before I moved on. I didn't even have enough sense to tell Fitzgerald and Sherry. I was terrible at this. I can't believe we having this kind of success. I stunk up the place. How am I not going to tell Fitzgerald number in my phone on speed dial and I didn't call him? Let me tell you why. Because I believe, just like some of the people ignorantly said in this chat room, this junk don't work. I said it. I feel you when you say this stuff's a scam and it doesn't work. Because I literally felt the same way. The only reason I joined is because it was gold and I needed gold in my portfolio. I was a mortgage banker for 15 years. I knew enough about finances to know that gold was going up and the dollar was going down. And I needed to get off that downward spiral. I got into gold and it changed my life. I've saved more money over this last 6 years than I did in my entire other 49 years. So, of course, I'm going to tell my friends. Now, let's talk about what Theodore said, what drives the gold price. That one's easy. Supply and demand. If supply and demand were truly adhered to right now, gold would be at $10,000 an ounce. Because the supply is always going to be limited. Gold grows in direct proportion to the population. Gold only exists in the earth when a supernova explodes in outer space, and the gold dust is blasted through the universe, caught up in aquifers beneath the earth in quartz rock, and you have to drill beneath the earth and pull out hundreds of tons of iron ore just to get 1 ounce. It's precious. It won't rust. It won't corrode. It's laced on the satellites in outer space because even the atmospheric elements won't corrode the gold. It's indestructible metal. It can be found at the bottom of the ocean after 1,000 years. It will not lose its luster. It's God's money, guys. Get over it. If you're a Bible reader, you go to the book of Genesis, the first thing God showed Adam before he gave him a wife or even showed him the vegetation of the field is he took him to a land called Pison. The river having 4 heads, one is called Pison, which compassed the whole land of Havilah, where there is gold, and the gold of that land was good. Why did he show him gold? Because I believe the Creator in infinite wisdom knew that mankind would grow in population and need a monetary system. So what drives that demand is low supply and high demand. High demand, low supply. Gold is a monetary metal for that very reason. It's divisible, like I said earlier. It was agreed upon by all the countries of the world that if I take off a chunk of this gold, it does not lose any of its properties. If I break a diamond, it's destroyed. But if I chip off gold, it's still gold. That's why you can have what we call cash gold. You can have 1/10 of a gram of this stuff. Look at that little 1/10 of a gram ingot. And look at that 5-gram bar right there. That little teeny tiny ingot is still gold. It still has the same properties of gold, and it's 1/10 of a gram. So it's 20 times less valuable than that big gram, but it's still exactly the same properties. It's gold. Man, oh my gosh, man. This thing is so fire. Karatbars put its own gold in its own note that looks like a euro. It's called cash gold. We're creating an entirely new monetary system around the world. And you're either going to sit there and watch it and be a part of it later, or you're going to get involved in it now and be a part of it now. You're going to either help promote it or you're going to celebrate it. But it's coming.
Michael, the final thing I heard, man, and I heard there was this guy, that retired in 103 days from a mortgage banking job. But, he looked just like you. I mean, first of all, is that true, or is that just some marketing campaign that the founder is paying you on a salary to say that? Is that just some inflated thing? Are they paying you a salary to do that? But 103 days for a mortgage banking job, it's 2 branches. Is that just a gimmick, or did you really did that? And if so, how did you do it? Was you lucky? How did you accomplish that feat?
I feel extremely blessed to be sitting where I'm sitting. I have no haughtiness about me at all. I made a fortune in real estate and mortgage banking back in 2006, 7, and 8 when everything was completely unethical. I was right there. If you watch that movie, The Big Short, that's my life. Literally coming from humble beginnings to then making hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. My best month in mortgage banking was $41,000 in 1 month. Like, how did you do it? Because we were completely unethical in our business dealings. You guys, let me give you this. It was called points on the front and points on the back. Points. What are points? Well, my very first loan I did, it was for a friend of mine. Her name is Ramel. And Ramel's credit score warranted a 4.25% interest rate. So I charged her 4.25%. And my business partners in the mortgage branch, they said, why didn't you charge her a point on the back? And I said, what's a point on the back? And they said, raise it up 1 point to 5.25%, and you'll make $1,400 because it's a $140,000 loan. I said, well, why would I do that? She deserved a 4.25%. He said, it's not about what they deserve. It's about what you can sell. Bro, I had a choice right there. Either I could quit the mortgage business or I could get rich. I chose the latter. I lose sleep sometimes thinking about how I misuse people, but that was absolutely legal at that time to charge points on the front and back. I'm older now. I'm wiser now. I regret some of those things I did, but all of us were subject to that. They were charging us additional points on the rate and points origination. Right? So I was just like everybody else. I was living the life that I was taught was a legitimate lifestyle and business model. And when I got in Karatbars, there were 300,000 people already in. So to say I'm lucky, I call it blessed. I picked up the phone. I made over 300 phone calls in 30 days. And a bunch of people told me no. A bunch of people told me it was a scam. A bunch of people told me I was a piece of crap. And a bunch of people told me yes. I don't remember the ones who told me I was a piece of crap or the ones who said it was a scam. I totally love and remember all the ones who said yes. And they're running with me right now. And we're running to freedom together. I like what somebody said. Gold is not immune from global financial pressures and manipulation. And central banks can keep the price artificially low. And that is absolutely right. But what they cannot do is change the buying power. In 1920, you could buy a brand new Ford Model T for $645. Or if you had a kilogram of gold, you could trade it in a gold dealer for $720 and buy that car and have $100 left over. Today, it takes $40,000 to buy that Ford Explorer. 40,000 of those paper dollars, not $645. That $645 won't buy the license tag. It's $40,000. But guess what? It takes 1 kilogram of gold, that same kilogram, to buy the truck and have $15,000 left over. They can manipulate the price on the artificial fake market. They can't manipulate the buying power. Can't be done. It's God's money. Gold is money and everything else is credit. J.P. Morgan said that.
Micah, if I had a sponsor like you, I would be successful. My sponsor's not helping me. I'm not getting the help. If I was sponsored on your team, I mean, you got to be drilling Fitzgerald and Dinette. You got to be calling them every day, telling them. I mean, if I had you as my sponsor, I would be successful as opposed to having another person as my sponsor who's not really doing the business. What do I do to become successful like you?
Yeah, let me. I'm gonna answer that. Let me apologize a little bit. I felt a little unction from the Holy Spirit to be a little bit softer on the people that were earlier negative on the stream. I don't mean to be so hard on you. Okay, I don't. So let me soften my tone towards you because people don't know what they don't know, and it's incumbent upon me to just try to teach you. And I have a bully pulpit right now. Me, Dinette, and Fitzgerald, we have a bully pulpit. See, all the critics can do is type and expend their physical energy on their keyboards. But y'all have to listen to us talk. And we're speaking spirits. We're not typing spirits. All you can do is type some words on the keyboard, but you have to listen to me rant back at you when you type. And so it's unfair for me to use that bully pulpit to bully you. So I apologize if I was too hard on anybody. Trust me, charge it to my head and not my heart. I love humanity, and it is my desire to see people prosper and be in health as your soul prospers. I don't want to abuse anybody. I just get a little wound up because I remember where I was in that ignorant place where I thought that everybody was trying to get over on me and use me just to make a buck. I don't even know you guys. I'm praying and hoping that God words my mouth and guides my heart to speak in a way that you can receive it so you can get free from this demonic, corrupt system of debt that we all have been chained and abused to endure throughout our lives. Okay, so the good sponsor thing. RP, I don't know about rhodium. I'm sorry, brother, I can't answer that one. If you're a brother or sister, I'm sorry, family, I can't answer that one. Okay, so the good sponsor piece. I love my sponsor. Nate is phenomenal. He's back full time now. But when we got into business, the first month in, Nate saw another business. He tried to not pull me out of this one, but tried to kind of show me another business, which would have distracted me from this one. And something inside of me, Fitzgerald, said, no, you need to stay right here with this gold. And I said, Nate, I'm going to stay here. And Nate took off. I didn't have a sponsor. He introduced me to his sponsor, Mr. Ty Best, and that connected me. So 2 things. One, if your sponsor's not doing it, find their sponsor and their sponsor until you find somebody who's doing it and you lock arms with them. They have every reason in the world to see you successful because your success is a part of their success. But the other one is this. If you had no one, network marketing is so amazing. They could drop you in the desert and you could build a business. As long as you've got access to the internet and you can read the map becomes your sponsor. And this is something I recently shared with Fitzgerald and Dinez. The team becomes your sponsor. Guys, man, I wish I had like 6 hours to do this, but I got to go in a minute, Dinez.
You do. You got 6 hours.
Okay, I got 6. Look, guys, get this right here. When you join a networking business, the faster you can lose yourself, you'll gain the world. What I mean by that is the faster you can get the pressure off of you and put it onto the community, you're going to win. What do I mean by that? Don't be the face of the marketing system. Don't be the face of the compensation plan. Don't be the top producer. Look to elevate others past you. I take Judy Jones and I say, Judy, you rock. Sister, come on, let's run. Judy, get on the call. They need to know who you are. Introduce Judy to your upline. Get it off of you as fast as possible. Let them know we got a call tonight at 9 p.m. Introduce all of your affiliates. Dump them into the system. That's why McDonald's, I keep using them, one of the top franchises in the world, run by teenagers, run by unskilled laborers. Why? Because they have a system. So when your new people join, great. It's great. I'm so glad you're with us. Now get on the call. Get on the Sunday night training. Be on the 9 o'clock presentation. Invite your team. Dump everybody into the system. That'll save you. You want a sponsor, but that sponsor is not your lifeline. The community, there's strength in the numbers of the community. That's your lifeline. I see a question that says, can you ever lose money with Karatbars? Let me make sure that I answer that as honestly as possible. So let's challenge that thought. Black Beauty always. Let's challenge the thought. So it's free to join. So if you decide to only work in the free position, you sign up for free. There's no purchase requirements ever. And when you sponsor other people, when they get business packages and save gold, you earn a commission. So you can't lose any money in the free position. Now let's talk about the next step up. If you choose to, it's optional. You choose a business package. They vary in price from €75, €180, €350, $595, $2,200, $3,450, and $4,900. And that whole level, the higher package you choose, the higher your commission structure, which just makes sense. Let's say you choose the $4,900. If you see that as a loss, then you just simply need to understand what you got your hands on. It comes with 15 grams of gold. It is your global business license to operate that VIP status business in 140 plus countries. It's a tax deductible income producing asset. So even the tax deduction and the gold itself makes the package a net zero. So theoretically, you can't lose any money. But if you don't understand taxes and the appreciation of the asset that comes in the package, you might see it as a loss. And I can't talk you off that ledge. Once you understand the tax deductibility of the package and the asset appreciation of the gold in the package and the income potential with the package, no way you can lose money with Karatbars, ever. There's no monthly fees required, nothing. My software, I have over 90,000 people on my team. The software tracks them all for free. The software alone is worth $5,000. You can't lose in Karatbars, period, in my opinion.
Well, that's that smile you see on my face, man, and I consider myself a senior member of this business. I'm blown away. I'm exhausted. This is what I'm saying. You can't refute facts. When I say, well, and remember, I said, when my little team is small, and it really is compared to the overall thing of the potential with 146 countries and the population over 18 and over. Michael, is this true? In my heart of hearts, I believe some of the largest income earners in Karatbars have not even gotten in yet. And I've said that a couple of times. In my heart of hearts, I believe some of the largest income producers, and I know we have plenty of them. You included, some outstanding men and women who have built from the ground up. But in my heart of heart, I still believe some of the largest income producers in the entire world of Karatbars have not even gotten in yet. Is it saturated? Are the new people who want to come in too late? Is that an erroneous statement? Is that a marketing statement? You talk to me.
Let's use a calculator. I think there are 194 countries in the world, Diane, something like that. Let's just take the number of countries we're in. We're in 140. We're in 146 countries. Okay, so there are 1 million people in Karatbars. 1 million divided by 146. That's 6,849 people per country. There are 7 billion with a B people on the planet. All right. So at 1 million affiliates divided by 7 billion, I turn my calculator sideways for that other zero. We're not 1/1000th of the population. We could all sponsor 10 people a day for the next 10 years and not even be 1% of the population. You're never going to run out of people in network marketing. All of these thoughts have to be challenged when people say, well, you're going to run out of people. No, you're not. You know why? One of the main reasons you're never going to run out of people is because half the people you talk to are going to be content with their job. And another 20% are going to think it's a scam. So they're not going to join. You can only, if everybody would join, yeah, we'd run out of people. If everybody had enough sense to see that gold is going up and the dollar's going down, yes, I would agree with you. We're going to run out of people because they'd sign up so fast, it would shut the computer down. It would break the internet. Fortunately, half the people in the world are too skeptical to get rich. That's why it's even an opportunity in the first place, because only the dreamers are going to see it. Only the people with a big vision for their lives, who know that something's wrong in society, who know they're being overtaxed, who know that there's something better than working, paying bills, and dying. Those are the only people that's going to join. The comfortable, the too successful, they're not going to join. Look, a friend of mine was a world champion boxer, heavyweight champion boxer, retired. I said, you need to look at this business, bro. He's like, yeah, I'll look at it.
Mike Tyson. Friend was Mike Tyson.
I'm not going to tell you who it is. I'm not going to embarrass him. He said, yeah, I'll look at it. And then he looked at it. He said, call my financial advisor, a guy that lived in Canada. The financial advisor lived in Canada. I called him up. He said, yeah, my man, he wouldn't want to do that. I said, why not? Yeah, that's not his thing. I said, it's gold. Is gold not his thing? Well, I mean, I'm down with gold. So is making money by referral not his thing? Well, I mean, he endorses some stuff, but that's just not his. So this person who by his name alone would have filled up a Coliseum and everybody there would have signed up with him, he would have made $10 million in a month. Didn't do it. You're absolutely right. Somebody's going to come to their senses who has a broad sphere of influence. Some professional author, some movie star, some entertainer, some athlete. They're going to come to their senses. They're going to see a stream like this, and they're going to say, God, dog, he's right. It's just gold in referrals. They're going to sign up with Dynaz, and they're going to be the top producer ever in this company. They haven't joined yet. We built this company to 1 million affiliates with regular, everyday mom and pops working 9 to 5 workers. Absolutely. Now, somebody asked, do I have a YouTube channel, Dynaz? I'm going to dissent to you on this.
No, go ahead.
Okay. Well, yes, I do have a YouTube channel, except do not, I repeat, do not, God is watching, do not come to my YouTube channel and try to sign up with Karatbars with me. You have full access to me through Dynaz. The universe is not a waster, and it's fair. You come to me and you bypass the source of the information you got, and it'll limit your success because the universe is fair. It's like you punch a hole in the ground and you put a seed in there and you cover it up with dirt and you water it. That seed doesn't care if you black, white, rich, poor, fat, short, tall, skinny, Jew, Gentile, Greek, Protestant, Catholic, Jew, atheist. It doesn't care. it's going to give a harvest. The universe is fair. You play fair, you can come to my channel. I've got a lot of videos. I've been talking about this stuff for 6 years. People have been telling me I was lying for 6 years. I'm still here lying, okay? I do have a channel. My name is Michael, Michael Dalcoe, just like you see on the screen. The CEO, it might be, I think it might, well, just look up Michael Dalcoe Karatbars, and you'll find 3,000 or 4,000 videos. I can't stop talking about this thing. So I'm all over the internet. And you can go, feel free to go there and comment. I don't block my comments. People cuss me out. They call me racial slurs. I just pray for them. I pray for them because they don't know. They're not trying to be mean. They're just ignorant. They don't know. So watch the videos, read the comments, put your information in there. I'll reach out to you, but do not sign up with me. Sign up with the man that brought this valuable information to you, because he was sponsored by Fitzgerald and Fitzgerald was sponsored by me. You have 100% access to me through these two gentlemen.
And real quick, I want to address something. Theodore, gold is used in about just every product, whether electronic. I mean, there's a number of uses for gold. So, you know, it's more than just exchange. I mean, it's used in just about everything.
We wouldn't be on this live stream without gold.
Right, it's in your computer. Gold.
Yeah. You can't have high-end HD electronics without gold.
Without gold. You
can't have satellites in the sky without gold, because there's no metal durable enough to endure those elements. It is what it is. Family.
Don asked Michael, especially you, Michael. Hey, man, I hear you. I'm straight. I got a good job. They take care of me. They love me. You're a great motivational speaker. Appreciate it. But I want to go do my research. Still, but my job just loves me, and I can't do no wrong there. So I'm just going to get back to my hustle and good luck with what you do. But, I don't think this pretty much well for me.
And that's fine. The research has been done by MasterCard and FedEx. FedEx is our delivery partner. MasterCard is our payment partner. You can't do more research than those two titans in the industries. I mean, MasterCard, their whole business model is raking you over the coals to see if you're worthy to have a card. So you're talking about research. A financial institution let us put our logo on their logo. But that part is that part. But I understand people who are comfortable doing what they do. I only say this. You might love your job.
Your job don't love you.
Your job might not love you. There are 22 million people in America today crying about not having a job. Their job didn't love them enough to keep paying them when they couldn't work, did they?
Right.
But my job's still paying me.
Every Friday.
I've worked since March 3rd of 2014. I'm building, not working.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this was on script. I'm asking this with the feedback that I've heard about how the audience is thinking. I'm asking it because I know what this thing is doing for me. It has done for me. You know what, Michael? I didn't have no other option. I got to hold this at 50 years old, man, and I had went to the school. I got the University of Alabama degree behind me. I don't have a criminal record. I'm a hard worker. I was advancing. I didn't blow my money. I should have saved more, but it just never worked out like that. So with me, it was quite simple. There was nothing else, as Dan Geronimo would say. And I believe that this was just my lifeline. I could tell you this, at 55 years old, I wouldn't have did this, I would not have any financial future, because a lot of things has happened I didn't expect. But because of this, I learned more about money than I did from going for 5 years at the University of Alabama degree, 1 through 12 years of high school. I've learned more about it, than I have to have. I'm looking at a future that I can actually say, like, wow, there's more than hope. There's actually opportunity and achievement. So I like to thank you for that. When I ask these questions to Michael, this is the man. This is the guy. This is the one that's doing it. Dynas is doing it. Dynas has personally helped 520 people.
Wow.
520 people. I gave Dynas to Denise because I was trying to build her team. That's my wife. Now I only have like 123.
Yeah,
But,
he's in flat out beast mode. And Dynasty, the way you do this platform, I'm trying to learn from you, but this is not normal. I mean, I want you guys to understand what Dynasty is doing with this platform is totally not normal. It takes a lot of courage to go live on a platform. YouTube is brutal. People jump on here and they will try to come for you. Like, I want to answer these questions right here. Go ahead, Dynasty.
Can I interject, Theodore? I mean, Theodore, you've been on. This is the second stream you've been on today, and you have said nothing positive, Theodore. I mean, you have contributed nothing positive. I know you have questions. I know you're inquisitive, but I mean,
no, you know what, Dynasty?
So the previous stream we're dealing with land in Nigeria. Here comes Theodore just being negative. Now we're dealing with here comes Theodore being negative.
You know what?
Golly, Dynasty,
but check this out. Let me give you something. There's day and there's night.
Right.
If you didn't have night, there'd be no day. That takes a Theodore for there to be a Dynasty. Okay? It just does. It's okay. We need that energy. We need the energy, though. Real Dynasty. Somebody said, Mike Ship says, who is Mike Dalcoe? Mike, I'm another Mike. So you're in the Mike Club. I'm a Mike just like you, regular guy, spent 15 years in the mortgage banking industry. I'm Mike Dalcoe. All right, that's who Mike Dalcoe is. This person said I did Primerica, Herbalife, 5 links, and another one, but could not keep people joining, so I never made money. First of all, Primerica, Herbalife, 5 links, great businesses, all of them. Legitimate, top-notch network marketing companies. Network marketing is a skill. I taught a lot of the skills today if you were listening. But a lot of times, if we don't make money networking, it's because we haven't helped anyone make money networking. Kind of take your eyes off yourself. That's one. But he says, how is this different aside from the gold aspect? Because number one, all of those companies, Primerica, Herbalife, 5 links, is a monthly recurring payment required. Karatbars has none. Free to join. Those cost something to join. 146 countries. Those are limited in countries. The product is an appreciating asset. Those are just other type products. No mandatory sponsorship requirements at all. Those have some mandatory requirements in order to earn. It's so many differences. It's astounding. The income, the dual system, no breakaways, no flushing of volume. You can have 1 million units on one leg and it'll never flush until that other leg catches up and pays you. You can make money in the free position. A bunch of ways. I hope I enumerated a few. If I want to cash in some gold, how do I do it? Great question. So right now, you can have the gold shipped home, just like I have it here. And you can Google gold dealers in my area and take the gold directly to that gold dealer and exchange it for cash. But in the next 90 days, inside the Karatbars ecosystem, we're completing the programming of this. You'll be able to take your gold directly from your free gold savings account and exchange it for cash directly onto your MasterCard. This is the right business to be in. All right, let's see if we got another question. I think that was the last one.
Michael, what is cash gold? Like we hear that sometimes. What is cash gold? What do you mean by cash gold?
Is physical gold that can be used as fluid as cash. You can buy things with it, put it on your MasterCard, swipe your MasterCard at Walmart, keep it in gold. It's gold and cash. The best of both worlds is cash gold. It's cash that's real gold. Woo! Oh, what a great question. Oh, that's the best one of the day right there.
Dynasty, he's exhausted me, man. Anything else on this?
I'm not exhausted. I'm just
you pick up the mantle, man. You once again, Cat.
I think in all sincerity, Theodore, I hope you buy a package, Theodore. I really hope you sign up. So Theodore, because I know you're being sincere, Theodore. I know you are, because you actually super chatted some too. So you're being sincere. So hopefully you click on that affiliate link, sign up as an affiliate, and we get you set up on it with a package, Theodore. And hopefully you buy some land in Nigeria as well, because you were just very inquisitive on land.
I think one of the things that with my success, and this is a total humble statement, and
I'll be right back, guys.
I had the ability to separate Michael my friend from Michael, the Michael who had plugged it into a system and was successful. I had the ability to follow his steps. You know, you guys think I come up with a lot of stuff, and I put my personality in and I put my life experiences in it. Yeah, that's good. But the majority of how to build this, when team members call me, say, how do I set up my business? I was taught this by that man, Michael Dalcoe, and the man who taught him, Ty Best, through the system that Ty Best created was called Wealth Builders. I'm just a product of the system. Nothing special about me. I take real big I guess pride in knowing how to follow leaders who have been successful. Nothing really special about me. And then I taught that same thing to Dynas, and he's teaching it to you guys, putting his flair and his personality into it. And this will work for anyone who works it. I mean, it's just so simple. I didn't try to invent the wheel. I didn't go out there and try to get Craigslist ads. I didn't go out there and try to run things. I did exactly what it told me. Ask people, do you look for ways to make money? Yes. Send them to realmoney.info. Call them back. Did you watch the video? Do you see an opportunity for yourself? Yes. Let's go ahead and get you started. Do a 3-way call. That's all I do. And but I do understand a lot of things that people need leadership, and that's why I make myself available. As far as when people call me, as far as with this, because I really want to see you succeed. But, I'm not doing anything special. There's nothing special about me. Started off with 0 like you, Michael, 90,000, me, 11,000. Showed my team yesterday, allowed Dynas to access it, with my with what I do. So, it's nothing special. It's nothing special about Dynas Amir. To me, he's just my friend who has a strong work ethic. He got out there and did exactly, what he needed to do to look out for him in his future. And you can do it too. As far as that gentleman Theodore, I remember your name because, Dynas said a couple of times, man, you know what? After this, you go ahead and register with Dynas, and as far as like, man, give me a call personally. Michael's already answered a question with you, but I'll be happy to help.
You just said something, Fitzgerald. Theodore, set up your free account, Theodore. Set up your free account and then give Fitzgerald a call and he can answer all your questions.
My phone number is 1-716-573-6296. 1-716-573-6296. It's going to ring on my personal phone. That's my personal numbers. Do I answer it? Absolutely. You can ask dozens of people. You can call up George Dunn in the UK. I was talking today as far as with that. So I want to see you guys successful, but I do tell you this. I'm very adamant about my time, and I don't waste my time. You're calling there to criticize, to be a critique. Don't bother me. Don't bother. I'm working with too many other people. But Dynas, man, this is by far one of the best streams. And God knows you put on a lot of them that I practically ever heard. I cannot emphasize how very much impressed and humble I am just by listening to Michael Dalcoe. As far as with talk right there, man, because that's the cat that built me. My personality, but everything I tell you guys, everything I done taught you, everything I done said how to go about it and do this, Dynas. He's the one that taught me. Between him and Ty Best, but Ty Best's system of teaching me like that, they created, Fitzgerald, Karatbars. I'm not going to say I'm an expert, but I'm an expert at following their system. Following the system because it's helped me win. So man, I don't have anything added on. And that same system has done exactly the same thing for you. It's done exactly the same thing for Sister Ya. I was talking to her today. Hey, she wanted a free upgrade. By her hustle. And when I did talk to her, she finally told me, "You mean to tell me I can win 25 grand of free gold?" It just clicked with her. I said, "So yeah, a month, yeah." And this is how you do it. So man, I don't have anything to add. I really don't. I mean, I'm just humble for that man's time, because I can promise you, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that man does not have an hour and 33 minutes of his time to give to us, like this on so that his time is extraordinarily precious. So I'm very much appreciative of that.
I mean, yeah, I guess we'll wait for Mr. Dalcoe to come back. But everyone, thank you so much for joining. Affiliate link is in the chat room. It'll be on the screen. Let me put it back on the screen, and also it'll be in the description. Sign up as an affiliate. We'll give you a call. We don't have any issues with people asking questions by all means. I mean,
not at all.
Ask your question. It's just me. I have a very discerning spirit. And I can tell when people are sincere and people who are trolling. I just, and I'm, 95% right, you know. So that's my only thing. And so we just don't want people in the chat room being a distraction, uh, for the people who are actually serious and want to get involved. That's
Yeah,
all.
because it's too, here, and that's a kind way of putting it. Dynas, no, I'm not nearly patient with that, especially not as Michael, it's or patient that because in my mind, I'm thinking, wait a minute, it's a financial storm out there. People's houses are burning down, literally financially, with 24 something million people out of work. That's just in this country. So it's people out there, like, my God, I need something. And so those are the ones I'm looking for. Those are the ones I'm trying to help and trying to be, showing you, hey, there's a lifeline. And so those are the ones that my heart really gravitates towards. So I'm not even going to apologize if I don't make any time for someone who want to play with what we're trying to do to help families and keep families together and help families not only survive and thrive. So, no, I'm not going to entertain you. I'm not going to pacify you. I'm not going to say, well, I got to defend this, because personally, I'm not trying to talk to you. I'm trying to talk to people who I'm trying to help. I am a giver. But my heart grieves when people are in pain. My heart, the first thing, I'm that type of cat. You're like that. I want to just reach out. Here's my resource. I'll give you the shirt off my back, even if I'm cold. I can't stand to see people need, but I am ruthless. They're ruthless, almost borderline rude and cantankerous to someone who plays with that. To someone who thinks that if you're in the ideal of hurting people, dude, you don't want to come across me, because I don't got no problem calling you out on it. I don't got no problem taking your little excuses away, and just basically just trying to defend those who can't defend themselves. You have no right to take away hope from someone else simply because you don't believe it. If this stream ain't for you, man, get the heck on. I'm not in purpose. Actually, Michael and I are the exact same personality. He's done learned to tone his down a little bit. But you get a hold of me, nah, dude. You don't impress me. You sitting up there telling me that what I ain't doing, but you don't got anything to offer the people to replace it. See, it ain't about. See, when you said that, it's about you. You sitting up there trying to make me look bad, or die. Amir look bad, and Michael and stuff like that. None of us work at jobs. This is our home. This is our sole income. You understand that? And so we've helped thousands of people. All three of us, together. I'm sorry, separately. We put that together. With the reach we have on there, and simply because, and we just had to throw our pride up. Like, wait a minute, man. We can't do this. Dynas was harder than me, Michael. You know why? Because Dynas had a 6-figure income job that I had to get through, because he thought he was straight. And until they thought shot over his mouth, and they let him know who was the real owners of his job was. And then that's when but even while he was doing that, man, for 3 years, I was building a business for him. And when he had something came in place, when he's ready to get up there, man, I already had something in place. For 1 year, I sat on this thing. I called up Michael after Sherry Brown video, and you need to follow her. She's a personal friend of mine, like Michael. We all know each other. We all been knowing each other over 2 decades. And Sherry said something. I pulled over the side of the road because I was looking on my nice sales job, but the title was broke. And I called Michael. Michael, tell me about this business. That was a year later. He said, you have 136 people. I'll never forget it. You have 136 people in your organization. I said, well, what? How'd that happen? I put them there. Okay, dude, tell me what I got a hold of. Because I seriously didn't know what I had. I really did.
How many of them is it today? What's the number today?
The number today is 11,004.
Wow.
Probably about 7 now. 11,004.
From 136.
I don't feel like I'm doing anything. As a matter of fact, man, because there's so much people to help, there's so much to be done. I don't feel like I'm doing anything. As a matter of fact, I told Dynas, man, I feel like I'm just starting.
That's actually the right way to feel, Fitzgerald. When you feel like you're not doing anything, you're networking, because networking is the most natural thing. It's human nature. You put a bunch of babies in a room together of all ethnicities, and you can put them in separate corners of the room and go away for 15 minutes and come back, and they're all laughing and giggling and biting and crying and biting each other's ears and pulling each other's toes. We were born and hardwired to connect. We're humans. We're humans. Dinez and Fitzgerald, I got to run off, but thank you guys for giving me a minute to rant with you today.
No,
Appreciate you, Michael. Thank you so much for this, man. Thank you.
And I want to thank the guys in the chat, you guys, ladies and gentlemen in the chat. Y'all have brought up some exciting and thought-provoking topics that helped us really make this a lively and rousing discussion. And I promise you guys, anytime they ask me back, I'll try to get back on. I like to answer these questions. We got to crack that mindset, that mentality that keeps us locked into that 9-to-5 rat race. That's the true scam.
Right.
A paycheck is one of the greatest injustices ever perpetrated upon mankind. 110 years ago, no one on the planet had a job. They worked for themselves. So you have a great day. We'll see you on the white sandy beaches of the world.
Thank you.
Thank you, Michael.
Michael.
Whoo, that ass.
Yeah, I mean, we could close out on that. Anything you want to say?
Yeah. I'm not going to tarnish the moment by adding anything to it. I'm just
okay. All right. Well, everyone, thank you so much for joining. Once again, link is in the chat room. It's on the screen. It's also in the description. Click on the link. Sign up as an affiliate. Also on the thumbnail, that's my sales book. A lot of you guys ask, Dynasty, I'm not a salesperson. Well, hey, I have a very straight to the point sales book that is available on Amazon. Sales Motivation 101. Get off your ass and cold call. Go and support the book. And it deals with life as well, because like I tell people, sales is life. So go support the book. Thank you, Theodore. Thank you for the super chat, brother. Thank you so much. But everyone, thank you so much for joining. Go to dynastymir.com, like, share, subscribe. Until next time, peace.